You're watching News 10 ABC at 9 a.m.
Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for sticking with us. Trafficking. It's sadly affecting thousands of children across our country, including right here in New York. But sometimes it can be very hard to recognize the signs of a child who actually needs your help. So right now, CDTA is teaming up with a local group to try and spread awareness about this. I'm here right now by Carm Bazil, the CEO of CDTA, and Lori Cohen, the CEO of PACT. Thank you both for joining me today.
Good morning. Thank you for hosting us.
So we know that this is such a sensitive, a delicate issue. It's something that's tough to talk about. But Lori, why do we have to talk about it?
Well, human trafficking is a crime that exists throughout the United States, and there is no place that's safe from it. It's in our community, it's everywhere, but also we can all participate in preventing it by identifying it and disrupting it.
For people at home who might not know, what is PACT?
PACT is a nonprofit organization. We stand for Protect All Children from Trafficking. We were founded over 30 years ago as the first organization in the United States to raise awareness about child sex trafficking in our country.
Now, Carm, people might not directly make that connection between PACT and CDTA. Why did you all decide to team up?
We didn't make the connection either. A couple of years ago, we were approached by PACT to consider being in this pilot, and the first question was, why us? And really, why us was another set of eyes and ears in the community. If you think about where our buses are, how often they are, where they are, and the tools that we have available to observe the community, it then started to make some sense to us. And then we learned about the issue itself and how unreported these issues are.
Right, even the numbers that we talk about sometimes aren't even accurate because it's impossible to be accurate. But just to give us an idea of how prevalent it is, Lori, how are we doing here in New York?
Well, as you mentioned, it's hard to identify because it's a hidden crime. Trafficking thrives in darkness. And so New Yorkers report these crimes nationally to a national human trafficking hotline. And New York has the 4th highest rate of reported calls in the nation.
Carm, when it comes to this program, what is CDTA doing and what are we offering the passengers right now?
Well, the first thing right now is we're making our network, vehicles, our shelters, our enclosures, our rail stations available so that we can start to communicate this problem to the community. So they, like us, will now start to understand what it is we should be looking for, be aware of, and what are the signs that tell us something's not right here, here's what you do.
I want to talk about those signs because we know we have a lot of parents, grandparents that watch. I hear from you all. What are those signs that we need to look out for, Lori, whether it's in our own children or children we just see traveling?
So to look for the signs, PACT spoke to members of our Survivors Council. We work with a group of women and men who themselves survived child sex trafficking. And so what's exciting about this campaign is they told us what they wished somebody had looked for in them. So when a child is riding a bus or going through the neighborhood, are they just looking down at the ground, refusing to make eye contact? Do they seem afraid, fearful? Is someone controlling their behavior? Are they with an older person who's not their parent, but who's manipulating them? And parents, you know your children. Is your child dressing differently, wearing something what we call weather inappropriate clothing? Do they all of a sudden have money that they didn't have before? Are they carrying expensive handbags, jewelry? Are they keeping strange hours? Again, trust your instincts. If you see something different in your child's behavior, it's really worth probing a little deeper.
And if you do see one of these warning signs, what's the call to action? What should people do?
So the one thing you should not do is if you see someone and you think they're being trafficked in that moment, don't interfere. Don't try to conduct a rescue. That can be dangerous. What we'd like people to do is call the National Human Trafficking Hotline, and that number is 888, go ahead.
373-3888, and that number I want to mention is right on your screen right now. You can also text, because a lot of times you can't pick up the phone, so texting is a great option. Thank you both for joining me today and talking more about this program, shedding some light.
Thank you so much.
It's 9:28. We're going to be back with more news, everyone.